Inside row number 1 in the 28. Outside row number 1, starting in the 04, Gonzalo Aponto. Starting third will be in the number 81, Richard Highstand. Starting fourth, Fabrizio Barballo in the number 52. Starting in the fifth spot, it'll be the number 77, Michael de Quesada. Starting sixth, it'll be in the number 98, Ryan Smith. Starting in the seventh spot, in the number 2, Chris Gannon. Starting eighth, it'll be the number 25, Kurt Matheson. Matheson in the number 25. Starting in row number 5, starting ninth, that'll be the 55, Jim Meckel. Starting 10th, the number 49, Benjamin Hankinson. Starting 11th, the 52X of Thomas Hankinson. Starting 12th, it'll be the number 24, Matthew Sanford. Moving on to row number 7 on the inside in the 13th starting position, 22X of Mark James. Starting 14th, the number 80, Fernando Almeida. In row number 8 on the inside, starting 15th, will be the number 44, Kenneth Whitfield. Starting 16th, in the number 3, Cole Mathewson. In row number 9, starting 17th, in the 127, Jesus Rios Jr. Starting 18th, in the number 14, Chris Bainey. In row number 10, starting in the 19th position, 327, Christian Bartz. Starting 20th, the 4, Steven Isbarb in the number 4. Starting in the 21st position, in the number 5, Farshad Bagheri. Starting 22nd in the number 26, it'll be Vicky Bryan. And starting in row number 12, in the number 71A, Brian Hassel. There's your starting lineup. Again, this is your Masters and Senior Shifter drivers.
Brian Hassel is not racing, and number 3 is being driven by Carlos Duenas.
Which one, Brian Hansel?
Carlos Duenas is in the 3 car.
Number 3?
In the 3 car, part number 3.
What's his name?
Carlos Duenas. Yeah, they tell people that it's okay, and then tell
Well, how
people
can he be starting up in that spot?
because it's a relief driver. So he has to start in the back. Andres told him he could drive. That's why I came in, because I know what it feels like to be
So we'll get all crew members to please exit the track. Get your drivers in the seat, and they are ready to go. Rock Shifter Senior Master, 16 laps. Yeah, one more time. Special thanks to Southdate Senior High, your drama troop club. Let's give them a big round of applause one more time. Southdate Senior High. Appreciate our great folks coming out, helping us out today. And again, I want to wish them a lot of luck. I know they got a big event coming up in June. And a very special time for these youngsters. Good luck to you in the month of June as we're about set to go. Get all the drivers pushed off, get them fired up and ready to go. Pace car gets rolling. Once again, please be sure to return your transponder. Once you do, wrap up your racing. So final event of the afternoon. I want to thank those folks who have joined us throughout the entire day. on the website, rockcupusa.com. Appreciate you joining us. Hopefully you're having a great Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, let's keep those fallen soldiers in our prayers and thoughts. And, of course, let's don't forget our current members serving in the military and those who have served. Again, a very special weekend here, Memorial Day weekend. And a great racing weekend. Got the Indy 500 going on tonight, the Coca-Cola 600. Had the Little 500 yesterday up there in Indy. And we are getting ready to wrap it up here, race weekend number 2 with Rock Cup here at the Homestead Karting Facility. Been a lot of great racing as the pace car brings the field off at turn number 14. Get your cameras out there. Great shot right here down the front stretch with the pace car coming down the front stretch. Pace car got a little hot and blows through the barriers off the exit of turn 1. Tried to get that car to turn, and, well, maybe a kart can turn quick, but that Bugatti just went through the barriers. So, fortunately, we're being told that is the owner of that car, so I guess you can do that. Explain that one to the insurance company. So a little cleanup turns 1, 2, and 3. Pace car, a little mishap. And we're ready to go. Your shifters. Yeah, and this will be senior and master. Once again, please be sure to return your transponders. As you do wrap up your racing for the weekend, please return your transponders. Again, we'll have trophy presentation once we wrap up all racing. We'll get you out and get you rolling here on this Memorial Day weekend. So we'll get the drivers to come right to the approach at turn number 4. And we'll get set to go. Good looking field of drivers, your shifters. A.J. Myers, row number 1. Again, Vicky Bryant starting in the 22nd position, onboard camera, so we'll see if we can keep it together. Vicky didn't have too much success in that pre-final. We'll get a good shot. Again, you can look at that view right there, rockcupusa.com, and watch that work there by Vicky Bryant, tail into the field. Should see a lot of action on board camera. That's the 26 Vicky Bryant in the Masters. Nick Rickard going to look him over, shows him the green. Everybody gets going now. Heavy traffic. They'll bottleneck in turn 1. Kind of tiptoeing through turn 1. Got some side-by-side racing as they'll come off of turn 5. Everybody coming through that first turn very well. And A.J. Myers. Yes, A.J., you're up front again in that 28. That is your senior leader right out of the gate. Eistead, senior driver, currently second as they head into turn 12 for the first time. And Vicky Bryan going to retire that card, so a tough break this weekend for her onboard camera. And the 2 machine on the entry to turn number 1. That's Chris Gannon, senior driver, going to stuff it in there. Works up around the 98. Good little battle there between those drivers. Field cycle around A.J. Myers. And A.J.'s been very solid all weekend. Again, picking up a solid run in qualifying. Been very good in the heat races. Right now, A.J. Myers up front in the senior class. He's got a 2.6 second advantage. A.J. Myers, again, right now, 2.6 second lead.
Give me 10 seconds and change it out. Really, Michael?
Anganzo Aponto sits back as your leader in the Masters. Again, Gonzalez been very strong, and other drivers dominated pretty much the entire weekend in the Masters. And that is right now your leader in the Masters. Jim Mackel running second. Kurt Matthewson running third. Curtin at 25. He'll be sits third in the Masters. And problem with the 4. They shut that cart down. Isambard will retire that one. So Steven takes it in the pits, was able to complete one lap. So that'll do it for Steven as he wraps up his weekend. And A.J. Myers has opened up a 3.3 second advantage over Richard. Here comes your leader, going to come up on slower traffic. Looks like that'll be the 22 of Mark James. Mark with your leader sneaking up, so Mark may be going down a lap to your race leader, A.J. Myers. A.J. really closing in on him as they come off at turn number 6. A.J. working to the top of turn number 8. And it looks like that'll do it for the number 3. Going to take it into the pits. Cole Matthewson retires the 3.
Which is Carlos Duenas.
And Carlos Duenas in that cart. So again, a little substitute driver in the number 3. So Carlos going to retire that cart. And looking at some times, A.J. Myers, 4.1 second advantage over Heisted. He's got a 51.619 in lap number 3. That's 4 laps complete this time by. Richard running second. Richard with a 52.409. That's a good race, and that's the 98. Ryan Smith, one of the senior drivers working hard for position. He'll head into turn number 4. And A.J. Myers moving right along. There's your leader off at turn number 11. Eisted running second. Running third, Michael de Quesada, the Tampa, Florida driver. So good run for Michael. And pretty quiet, but boy, he's making some noise right here this afternoon in this final. Michael sits back in third. Started 5th overall, but sits third in the senior class. In the Masters, Aponte continued to be your leader in the Masters. Jim Mackel running second. Kurt Matthewson runs third in the Masters. In the seniors, it's A.J. Myers your leader. Heisted running second. Michael de Quesada running third. Rios running 4th. Barlow running in the top 5. So Fabrizio having a pretty good run in that 52. Top 5 run going right now for the 52. Again, please be sure to return your transponders. All drivers must return your transponders as you wrap up your racing for the weekend. Trophy presentation to take place once we wrap up our final event here this afternoon. Again, A.J. Myers really moving along. Look at this long jam of traffic coming into turn number 7. They are really stacked up. Got a mix of senior and master drivers. They come off to turn number 8. Heisted in the 81. That is your senior driver. And you got Michael de Quesada. Michael going to work on him. Now, Michael trying to move into that 3rd spot in the senior group as they come off at turn number 12. A.J. Myers coasting at turn number 1. There's your leader in the senior class. Michael de Quesada, that's 77, trying to pick up a spot. Michael right now 3rd in the senior class. We'll correct that. Michael now 4th in the senior class. Rios 3rd. So your top five in the senior class: A.J. Myers, Richard Eistedt, Rios running third, Michael De Quesada running fourth, Fabrizio running in the top five. In the Masters, Jim Mackel right now about 3 seconds behind Aponto. And again, in the Masters, Gonzalo running as your leader in the Masters, Jim running second. Third, it'll be Kurt Mathewson in the 25. So halfway, 7 down, 7 to go. It's been dominated by A.J. Myers. Looks like that second spot in the seniors is going to be up for grab. You got a 4-cart battle for second. And heavy traffic off turn number 6. Again, they all in behind the 127 of Rios Jr. now has moved up into that second spot. Michael De Quesada continued to chip his way up to the front. Senior driver in the 77 being scored third. Rios second. A.J. Myers with a 10-second advantage over the field. And how about that lead? Look at A.J. Myers just cruising right along. And the 98 going to scoot up a position. That'll be the 98 of Ryan Smith. Ryan in the senior class ahead of him. Jim Mackel, the master driver. And overall leader coming off at turn number 3. A.J. Myers again. A.J. with a commanding lead coming off at turn number 4. Works around slower traffic. And there's your leader flying solo into turn number 7. And A.J. Myers just cruising right along. He'll work into turn number 8. A.J. with 11.4 second advantage. Jesus Rios Jr. running second. Michael De Quesada running third. Fabrizio running fourth. Heistead was right there in the second spot. Drops back to fifth. In the Masters, Gonzalo continued to be your leader. Jim Mackel about 3 seconds behind Gonzalo. And Mathewson running third in the Masters. That'll be the 25 running third in the Masters. So off of turn number 1, there's your leader, A.J. Myers. A.J. overall leader. That is your senior driver. And the rest of your traffic starting to stretch out. Rio starting to break away from the 77. De Quesada in the 77. Well, a solid run for Michael. Michael finished up and started in that number 5 spot, but he's really been patient working through traffic. A.J. Myers, 12-second lead off of turn number 12. Rest of your traffic stretching out. And your top 5 in the senior, A.J. Myers. Rios running second. De Quesada running third. Fabrizio running fourth. Fifth will be Eistedt. In the Masters, top 3. Aponto, your leader. Jim Mackel running second. Third, it'll be Kurt Mathewson in that third spot. So final 2 laps to go. Your final 2 to go. 12 laps in, 2 remaining. Okay, well, correct. It'll be 16 laps again. 4 laps remaining. 16 laps. So again, a 16-lap final for A.J. Myers right now with about a 13-second gap between him and second place running Rio. So 3 laps to go. And A.J. Myers, lap number 8, had a 51.367 for A.J. Myers. Rios in the number 12, 51.748. Did that early on in lap number 5. Anytime, Michael De Quesada will drop back to 4th. Rizzo will scoot up a position. And A.J. Myers, boy, he's just in a different time zone, cruising right along. Nobody around A.J. Myers. What a weekend for this young man again. Clean house in qualifying. Took the win in 3 straight heats. And there's A.J. will get 2 to go this time by. So your final 2 laps to go. A.J. a little bit of lap traffic ahead of him as he comes off at turn 4. So A.J. Myers right now with a 13.9 second lead over Rios. Again, those are your senior drivers. Gonzalo continued to hold on as your Masters leader. Jamaico second in the Masters. Kurt Matthewson third in the Masters. Again, we'll have trophy presentation once we wrap up all of our racing here, and got 1 to go. As A.J. Myers streaks into turn number 1, worked around the 80. The rest of the field will come by. So your top 5 in the senior. A.J. Myers, your leader. Rios running second. Valero running in the 3rd spot. Michael De Quesada 4th. And 5th will go to Ryan Smith. So Ryan continued to dig up toward the front. In the Masters, Aponto your leader. And again, top spot for him. Jamaico running second. Kurt Matthewson 3rd in the Masters. So everybody coming by will be looking for your winner, looking to go to wire in your senior. And a solid run for A.J. Myers. It really came very well prepared. Checker flag in hand. Here he comes to seal the deal. Goes wire to wire. A.J. Myers in the senior class. And he goes wire to wire. Great run for your senior winner. Rios holding on to that 2nd spot. He'll make his way down the front stretch. And Rios will come home in 2nd. Valero will pick up 3rd. Michael De Quesada 4th. And 5th will go to Ryan Smith in the Masters. Gonzalo will pick up the win. Jamaico picks up 2nd. Kurt Matthewson comes home 3rd in the Masters. So A.J. Myers will give us a little bit of a show here on the front stretch. We're going to do a couple donuts. Wow, look at that. Little Kurt Busch stuff, or Kyle Busch stuff, takes the hands off the wheel. A.J. Myers. A.J. will do it one more time.